Welcome to Big Nick, Big Leadership. Thank you for tuning in because the world needs leaders. So here we are. Just a first big thank you to everybody who's watching this video and for everyone who has already signed up for the Facebook page and as well is looking to sign up and follow this YouTube page. So really quickly, you can subscribe on YouTube. You're probably watching this on YouTube right now, so hit that subscribe button and also hit the little bell so you can stay notified of any future videos. And also you can follow us on Facebook if you're not already doing that at Big Nick Big Leadership. So once again, my name is Sean, but I also go by Big Nick. Why? I don't know. It just came out of nowhere one day. Nick is my actual middle name. When my wife is angry, she calls me Nick. What can I say? Anyway, but I'm here to go over some important topics with everybody that for the future of leadership around the world. I feel that this page was born out of the necessity to really help things come together. If you look around you, I think you might think, things are falling apart. However, it's up to us to bring it back together. How do you do that? Well, you do that by getting out in front of it. You do that by being a leader. You do that by setting the right example. And basically that's where this page was born out of. It's that maybe some of you are looking for those examples to follow. You're looking for lessons that can help you become that person that can have influence with the people around you. And you want to do it in a positive way. And you really want to be that change that you wish to see. I mean, I'm taking action and making this page for that exact reason. I wanted to see some change. I want things to happen. And I would love to be part of that. And if I can be a positive influence for you, hoping that that's going to be something that you carry with you. And you know, you can always leave comments and let me know what topics you'd like me to cover. If you have any questions, maybe later on if we start doing some live streams and we can actually interact with each other and have a conversation. Nothing would make me happier than to think that I have some ability to influence future leaders. That's what this is all about. So why me? This quick video, by the way, is just about, you know, what's this page all about. So 20 years I worked in the family fitness industry. I also managed to deal with, over that period of time, if you can imagine, hundreds and hundreds of employees that a lot of them, it was their first job. So really, they were coming into the workplace not understanding the expectations, not even knowing what the workplace was going to be like. And part of my job at that time was to introduce them to this new world of following direction and of taking feedback and of sometimes giving feedback and then being molded into leaders for future generations. So over the course of my career, I worked with hundreds of people in that capacity, as well as thousands upon thousands, and I mean that literally, thousands upon thousands of children and their families. I was directly involved in coaching them in gymnastics and in parkour. I was also, you know, doing a lot of presentations in schools and again, trying to influence that next generation by being a positive community role model. I found that children really, gravitated towards my style, and that is something that made me very happy. And I think that, as those kids grow up and start getting into the workforce, they'll remember their time with me fondly. And I'm hoping that I had an impact on their view of what good leaders should be. Also, booking tons of community partnerships, dealing with other businesses. I gotta say that I've been involved with so many different, inner workings of different organizations that it's amazing out there how many groups have hit the nail on the head, and how many groups really have a long way to go when it comes to how do you treat people and how do you set your business and your team up for leadership and success. So I have years and years of lessons, of stories to tell, and of things that have impacted my learning style and my ability to lead teams. And I'm hoping that I can pass that on to you. So really fast, let's just try to organize this and say, who is this page going to be for? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. So really, this page should be for anybody. put down here really quick that everybody displays some form of leadership from time to time, whether that's parents, whether that's you playing on a sports team or coaching a sports team, community service, things like, your local pool or your local, there's a community dinner being set up or fundraising. There's leadership, whether you are in charge of it or you're a pivotal part or you're just helping out. There is leadership involved. And so I'm hoping to provide some tools. And I mean, parents, what better example of leadership on a day-to-day basis? How many people out there are struggling? Because this video is being done in the middle of the pandemic. So you can imagine you're probably thinking, how do I get my kids through this? How do I set the example for them? How do I live a busy lifestyle where I have to work and I've got to take care of my kids? And all these things happening, like every parent asks these questions on a day-to-day basis. Well, maybe this would help you. Who knows? And then I wrote down even self-care and our ability to drive and motivate ourselves. Imagine getting up every day and saying that the first person you look to is yourself, and you have the confidence to push and get stuff done and do that in a positive way. I'm sure there's people out there struggling with that. I'm sure I struggle with that sometimes. So that's why I'm creating this page. Next one, my experience. I'm really focusing in on new leaders. And what do I mean by new leaders? I mean people that are moving into a leadership role. I mean people that are perhaps jumping into a higher position at work for the first time. People that are looking to get better results. This doesn't have to be a new leader. This can be an experienced leader, but you're looking to get better results and legacy from their leadership. So what does that mean? That means, how do I put that best in my own context, is to say that one of the things that I cherish today is that the people that I was directly in contact with when I was in my various roles, they still contact me and they still ask me questions. What would you do in this situation? How would you handle this? Here's the thing I'm confronted with. And I find that there's nothing more rewarding than when a student seeks out the teacher, or the student now becomes the teacher and is passing on the same lessons. When you hear your lessons passed on to someone else because you planted that seed in the first place. So I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to be telling you everything that is, it's all my stuff. Of course not. I have some amazing leaders that have been in my life, amazing influences and books that I've read that I will be passing on that information as well. So what you can hope for out of, being part of this page is you can hope for tips on leadership, questions and answers on how to be an effective leader and how to push yourself to that next level and help your team go there and follow you, not because they have to, but because they want to. And not only that, but how do you take those relationships and then turn them into tangible results? That's what I think I'm good at, and I can't wait to share this with you. So thank you for tuning in, and look forward to our first episode. It's coming up. The first episode is going to be on the difference between a boss and a leader. We're going to talk about that, and I think you'll see there's a pretty big difference. I bet you can name some bosses in your life. I bet you can name some leaders. So we're going to talk about how you can take on the role that you need to take on. So once again, thanks again for watching. And I'll just remind you that if you like me, because of course you like me, and you like this content and you think there's going to be some value, maybe you pass this on to your teams, maybe we do a Q&A later on, just remember to subscribe, hit that button, hit that bell to stay notified of when the Big Nick, Big Leadership videos go live. And also, like us on Facebook and share with all your friends, because this is going to be a really neat journey, and I hope you tune in, and I can't wait to share all the success of your leadership and where you go with you. Thanks very much. Have a great day, team.